Hey there, Lamar Scotties. It is your librarian, Mrs. Hames, and I wanted to tell you how you can access eBooks and eAudiobooks in Sora, which is the student app version of Overdrive. And Overdrive is the same, or one of the same, digital platforms that the Austin Public Library uses, and that lots of public libraries use because it's a great resource. Now, this is not something that every AISD student has access to. Lamar is part of a consortium that only 5 schools subscribe to in AISD. So I wanted to point out a couple things to help you take advantage of this. First of all, I'm in my blend page because there is a Lamar Library Blend course that every student is automatically added to at Lamar. So from your dashboard, you'll find something that looks like this, the Lamar Middle Library course. And the reason I'm pulling this up is to show you that these instructions are also available in the blend course if you need to go back and revisit them. So I'm toggling down to my buttons and I'm going to click on eBooks and eAudiobooks. And then there are the Sora and Overdrive instructions if you get lost or need some help, okay? Now, first thing for Sora, I'm going to go to soraapp.com. Sora, S-O-R-A, app.com, okay? And it's going to pull up this page with this little astronaut guy. If you're on a mobile device, then just go to your app store and type in Sora and then download the app for Sora. You'll see this little astronaut guy, okay? Now, if you open up the screen and it says my school is Austin ISD, you can just click on that and start going. Or if it doesn't populate my school is Austin ISD like it did on my screen, you can just click on I have a setup code. And I want you to just type in the word Austin and press enter to get started. It's going to ask you to sign into your school. When you drop down that menu, you're going to see the 5 schools that are part of our consortium. So, of course, you're going to choose Lamar Middle School and Fine Arts Academy. And then I had saved my information because I use Sora all the time, so it automatically recognized me. I'm going to get rid of that and use this fake student that I created earlier to show you guys how this works. Okay, so every single student loaded into Sora is going to be loaded with their student number, no S. So I want you to type in your student number without the S. And then for your password, everybody's password is Lamar, all lowercase, Lamar, all lowercase, and then just click sign in. Uh-oh, something went wrong. That is because apparently I've forgotten how to do my numbers. Okay, there we go. So it's signing me in. You can save your information or not. And this is where it's landing me first, which is the Explore screen, okay? I can start looking at all kinds of different titles that are available right now to check out. I want to point out this to you. If you see this little headset, that is an audiobook that you can listen to. You're not going to see any text on the screen if you're listening to an audiobook. It's just the narrator in your ear reading to you. If it doesn't have that little headset, then it's going to be an ebook where you see text on the screen that you read and scroll through, okay? You can scroll a little bit further down here to popular subjects and choose a specific genre, which I know you guys are going to have to do that for your 40-book challenge or for specific class assignments. So let's say you need a science fiction book. You'll click on science fiction and you can start browsing around. If you want to look at only books that are available right now, you can hit the refine search button right over here. And you can click show available books only. Then let's say maybe I want only an audiobook. I'm going to go right up here to showing 124 ebooks and 44 of them are audiobooks. So I'm going to click on audiobooks so that it's only showing me the audiobooks that are available right now to check out. Let's say I want to get The Wild Robot, which is an amazing book. I'm going to click on that and then I'm just going to hit borrow. And it automatically has borrowed it for me and brought it up on my screen. Okay, I'm going to close out of that right now. It's congratulating me for checking out that book. Okay, now, anytime I want to get back to that little search screen, I'm just going to hit the Explore button again to go back to where I can just kind of start browsing around these books. I also want to point out the home button right here. On the home button, you're going to see any loans or holds that you have, and you'll also have this assignments up top. Assignments are not actually something that your teacher's given you. It just means that a book is currently assigned to you. So if there's a book that you wanted for a project or just something that you wanted to read for yourself and you had emailed me or called me and said, hey, I really want this book and I assigned it to you specifically through Overdrive, it's going to show up right there, okay? Over here is your bookshelf. When I click on that, I can go look at my loans. I can go look at my holds. I can go look at any lists that I've created, like favorites that I want to return to, and anything that I've checked out in the past is going to be under my history. If I checked out a book and I'm done with it, I don't want it anymore, from my bookshelf, I can go into options and I can return it. This is also where I can renew it, okay? All right, so I'm going to go back to the Explore page. And I wanted to point something else out to you. In the upper right-hand corner where the hamburger menu is, here's your little guy, your little person. So you can see here I'm a number right now. If I want to, I can click on that number and I can change my name so that you don't have to be a number in Sora, okay? Also, over here are going to be all of your general settings, okay? What languages you like to read in, how you want holds delivered to you. You can add more libraries. So if you have an Austin Public Library card, you can just add it to the same Sora account. And then anytime you do a search for a book, it can look in all of your libraries at one time, okay? All right, so that is basically Sora. I hope that answers most of the questions that you would have. But if you have other questions or you need help troubleshooting, getting into the platform, or if there's a specific book that you really want to check out in Sora and we don't own it, I want you to email me at lianne.hames@austinisd.org, LIANNE.HAM, like Mary, ES@austinisd.org. I will check to see if Overdrive sells the title. Not every book is available through Overdrive, but I can absolutely try, and then I can assign the book to you so that it is specifically on your account. Okay, and I can always assign a book for longer than the normal 2-week checkout, which I'll mention that as well. You can check out, I believe, 3 books at a time for 2 weeks at a time, okay? And you can renew it as many times as you want. All right, I hope you guys are having a great semester, and email me if you have any questions.